What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for watching the videos, like the last video we had on the E31 project. Everybody that checked out that video, thanks for checking out that. It's supposed to be a two-part series, but right now Kondwani is delivering a car in Botswana, the S15 Sylvia.
How's it homes? On my way to Botswana. Open road. Bro, you were supposed to
switch off the car.
No, if you switch it off, it might be a problem to start. Turbo is live. Turbo is live.
So he's not available right now, but I'll still try and get some content for you guys. So today I'm going to be trying to fix an oil leak, a couple of oil leaks that are on my Honda Prelude, and yeah, just hopefully that everybody can just learn something today, yeah, and see what we get out of this. So keep watching. Let's go. Okay, let's have a quick run through. Everybody should know my Prelude by now, my 1990 Honda Prelude. I worked on the cylinder head gasket for this car just a couple of months ago, and when I was swapping that out, a friend of mine actually had advised me to switch out the camshaft seal. So that's a seal that sits on this side of the camshaft, and yeah, I was supposed to do that, but the cam seal that actually came with the pack with the head gasket was actually small, so I wasn't able to use that one. But when I put this one back, it kind of held out for a bit until opened it up a few months ago, and as you can see down here, we have some oil leaking out on this side. And even when I look at the engine mount right down there, let's see if I can push in. Yeah, so right there you can see there's some oil. Even at the base of it, there's a bit of oil. So that tells me that the camshaft seal on this side is completely gone. But also, when we come around this side where my distributor sits, there's supposed to be an O-ring that also sits somewhere inside there. So I think that has failed too, because when I look at the back on this side, let's see if we can get it a little brighter. Yeah, and I look down there, there's some oil leaking. Also on top here, there's a bit of oil here, but I think it's just this clamp that I may need to change. But also I think the filter that sits in here, because it's got like this little spongy black filter that sits in that box, so I think that must be clogged, because there's just oil going all over the place. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Basically have to remove the valve cover, 3 bolts holding it down, and then yeah, I think I'll just put you guys through a little time lapse, because this will take a few hours. So yeah, let's go. So a quick fast forward, I've already got the valve cover off. There's literally just like 3 bolts, and then you pull off this little one-way valve, and then that as well, and you're pretty much inside the engine. So there's a couple of ways that I could do this, and I've already selected one. You could take out the timing belt cover on this side, and then remove tension on the tensioner pulley that side, get the belt off, and just get the cam gear off as well, and then you find that the seal is right behind here. But what I'm going to have to do is take out this whole cam assembly, and then get the cam off on the inside there. Just tilt it this way, get the seal out, change it out, and then put it back down. The reason I'm doing that is because the tensioner on this car is on so tight, and you know, I've tried to remove it in several ways. I just don't want to find myself in a situation where I put so much pressure on it that I snap it. So the tension is just somewhere down on this side, behind this cover. So I've really tried to literally get a jack, you know, to turn that thing, but it's just not turning. So I just don't want to snap it, and I have removed this assembly before when I was doing the head, so I know how to get around it, and I just need to change the seal that's down there. And yeah, that will probably be the easiest thing to do for me right now. So those are the two ways that you can do this. This is the method that I'm going to use. I know that yeah, it looks extremely dirty in there, and these cams need deliverance, but hey, it's an old car, man. Relax. So let's get this done. Okay, since we're doing it this way, I also need to mention that I'm going to have to put some marks on the timing belt, so that I don't have to time this whole thing again when we are putting the belt back. So what I'm going to do is just use this, what is this called again? Nail polish. Before you take off the cam assembly, just make sure that you loosen this bolt right here, the one that holds the cam gear. Okay guys, if you're going to be using this method, just make sure that you keep these bolts in here. That just makes sure that, you know, this whole thing doesn't come sliding out and breaking apart. So you just want to keep this like this. It will go back exactly the same way it came out. So now that we have the rocker arms off the assembly, we can now see this is what pretty much the camshaft looks like. So it just runs through this drain, I don't know, so oil fills this area under the camshaft, and that's what keeps these sections lubricated as they're spinning. They just pick up oil from the base down there. So the seal that we're looking at, let me go on this side, is actually this guy right here. So that's our cam seal. I hope you guys can see that. Try and get it a bit more clear. Yeah, so this right here is our cam seal. That's what we're trying to take out, trying to replace. Okay, so to get it out, just make sure that your marks, you just watch out for your marks, because it's going to be very important that when you're putting it back, you make sure these marks are undisturbed, so that you know you're putting it back the right way. So just tip over the camshaft, comes right up. That puts some slack on the belt. Okay, watching out for my marks. So as you can see, this is our old cam seal that we're going to be replacing. It's completely smoothed out on the edges here, and I think that's how the oil has been passing through. There's supposed to be some ridges, so I have a brand new one, and yeah, we just swap that out and then work everything back the way we got it out. Right, so now that we're done, I'm just trying to put everything back, just the assembly for the cams, and I just have to make sure that I torque everything to spec, make sure I'm doing the right thing. So right here you can see that it says 22 Newton meters of torque. So I'll just set that on my torque wrench and get everything torqued down to spec, and then yeah, we'll pretty much be done with this. Okay, so also the other thing we need to do is just put in, there's supposed to be an o-ring. This is my distributor. There's supposed to be an o-ring on this edge right here. So I don't have a one that's like really as thick as I need it to be, so I'm just gonna try and stack a couple of them right there, and hopefully those will hold. But if they don't, I'll still have time to get this changed. At least it won't involve removing that whole assembly and everything. You know, I'll just be able to pop it out because it just sits right here and it can come out, and I can just put a new o-ring there. But we'll try and stack a couple of these there and see if they manage to hold pressure. Right, that was a bit of a headache, but this is pretty much how they look. So I've got a couple of them there, and yeah, hopefully this holds out until I can find just a single big seal to put on this side. So let's just put everything back together, get this thing on the road, and see if this is mounted to anything. Alright, switched up the gear a bit, but I'm sure you guys can still see that we are done. This is pretty much everything put back together. The engine runs. So I'm just gonna take a quick drive to Spectra, it's close to my place, and yeah, we're just gonna top off the oil and, you know, make sure that we get an engine wash going so that I can, you know, thoroughly check to see if both sides, on this side and on that side, the problem has been solved. But that's a simple way to replace the camshaft seal. Hi, I'm good. Can I get 20 W50? Yeah, they have long. The liter. Can I swipe? Yeah, just one. Yeah, I think 1 liter will be enough. I don't know if I'll need to top off a little bit more. Then we'll get another liter, but 1 should be enough. Okay, so I'm currently using just this grade of oil. I'm gonna do a full service on the car, so I'm going to go back to using Castrol, but this is what I've been using to top up. It's pretty affordable, and yeah, it's 20 W50. So I didn't think too much into the brand and everything like that. So yeah, I know some of you will be in the comment section, but this is what I've been using. So let me just top it up. Alright, looks like it's enough. Alright guys, that looks like enough oil in the car. So I obviously won't be able to see completely today if this has absolutely worked, but yeah, I'll just monitor it, probably let you know on my socials. If you want to know how this goes, follow me on Instagram at Tintachona, follow us at Zgear as well, and I will update you guys on what happens with this. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope somebody learned something. If you did, like the video, also subscribe to our channel so you get notified every time we post a video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and drive safe, guys.